Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of where is the line between breaking the rules? And by that I mean, we all have rules. We live in society, we live in cities, at least most of us. And even if you don't, there's still rules. And the thing is that there's things that make sense, but there's also things that literally don't make sense. And there's this line between what is acceptable to be basically broken as a rule and what is not, what needs to be followed. I think that things that concern other people, that can endanger other people, will inevitably require more of that finesse of being kept within the rules. And those kind of rules are kind of like, don't drive and drink, because it's not that it's your choice, your body, whatever you want to do. So if you want to do it, that's fine. But now that you go into your car, now that you try to basically drive a car while being intoxicated, you are putting other people in danger. And by putting other people in danger, now you're doing something that shouldn't be broken. That rule shouldn't be broken. So that's where rules can kind of be bent or not bent. But now if, for example, you're deciding that you don't like working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, even though that's the standard, well, now it's, as long as you're not hurting anybody, it's up to you to figure out what that is. It's up to you to figure out what you are trying to achieve. And if it makes you happier to figure out a job that allows you to work at different times than the regular 9 to 5, maybe you prefer working 6 to 12, or maybe you prefer just being yourself and figuring out different ways where you can do a bit in the morning, a bit at night. Figure out your way of making your own money, or maybe you're a personal trainer, or maybe you're into acting, or you're an editor, and you can just make up your own times. And the reason I always say work is because in our society, we do need money. And if you do need money, well, you're going to need eventually to find a way to make that money to pay your bills. Otherwise, you can't survive. But I really do believe that those rules can actually be changed if you accept to do them within your boundaries. And I do feel that there is no rule in when you're considered old. There's no rule when you have to be married. There's no rule about having kids. There's no rule about living life in a certain way. They're kind of like things that society sometimes expects of other people. But your life, your choice, as long as you don't hurt, for one, other people, and two, hurt the world. And we can see that from a lot of people who are in politics and who have power and stuff like that. A lot of rules are being broken, a lot of the time. But a lot of times, if it's about like paying less taxes and stuff like that, well, they're staying within the rules to be legal most of the time. Especially the big companies, they just find those ways within the rules in order to stay within the rules, but also, take advantage of it for their business. And I don't blame them. It's their business. It's kind of like us, even though we might be middle class, lower class, upper middle class, whatever it is, even wealthy. You are trying to figure out a way to make your life better. So if you can find solutions to pay less taxes, if you can find solutions to make your quality of life better by finding rules that can apply to you and making it better, then why not? It is within the rules. And it's not bending the rules, it's using what is available to us. But a lot of times it just takes work, it takes passion, it takes just a lot of focus in order to figure out these things. But rules, like laws, change. And it's not because a law was good 100 years ago, or a law was good even a year ago, or what worked for you at one time may not work for you at this time. And what works in one country may not work in the other. And technology changes and a lot of things change. So don't take anything for granted. Take all rules with a grain of salt. Think and figure out what is best for the world, what is best for you, best for the people around us. And that's why sometimes, unfortunately, wars happen. Or so that's why Pacific or protests will happen. And sometimes you gotta protest because some things are just wrong, and we need to figure out ways of making them better. And sometimes it does take bending the rules, but you need to figure out what rule is good and what rule is bad, and what rule used to work and what rule needs to evolve. Never stagnate. Like the world, it's always changing, always evolving. You got to do that too. Okay, that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.